When am I going to get my Losi Promoto MX? That is the question on a lot of people's minds. And in this video, I kind of wanted to go over some facts and speculation on when I think that's going to happen. First up, a disclaimer. This is not a Losi or Horizon Hobby hate video. I've had a lot of their products over the years, had a lot of fun with their stuff. Not trying to hate on them or anybody in particular. I just wanted to kind of go over some facts that we have, give a little bit of my own speculation, and try to answer the question of when are we going to start seeing bikes. All right, so first up, the facts. Losi has publicly stated that they got 5 times as many orders as they were expecting on the pre-order, which has got to put it at one of the biggest RC pre-orders that's ever happened. I know Traxxas with their TRX-4M had a lot of pre-orders, but it was a lot cheaper vehicle. So again, I'd be surprised if this wasn't high up on the ranking for RC pre-orders. It was very impressive. The turnout was very good. So, but 5 times as many as they expected. Another fact is they released this shipping statement that very clearly points out that to fill open orders, this was at the beginning of June, right at the end of the pre-orders. To fill the open orders, it's going to be into the fall and into the winter. I'm not sure why so many people online are still thinking that they're going to get their bikes in July. It very clearly, to fill open orders will be fall and into winter. This, again, not trying to be a Debbie Downer, no hate. That's just what Losi has said. After they made this post on Facebook, I asked some questions, just mainly trying to figure out, like, well, can you try to tell us when we'll get them? And Losi has said basically they don't have a good enough system, and they're really nervous on giving anybody a date because they don't want to be wrong. And I get that, but I still think you could email people based upon when they place their order and say, we estimate that your bike will be in the September shipment. We estimate that your bike will be in the next shipment or something, just to give us a little bit of idea. So after reading this, I kind of thought, like, well, I mean, are the bikes made already? Are we just waiting for them to ship? Like, what's the kind of status on that? Because if Losi could order a bike today and get it in 90 days, that would be very impressive. It's a complicated machine. It's a lot like this LMT sitting here. It's another Losi product. There's stamped metal, plastic injection molding, electronics, motors, links, machining. I mean, the shocks on that bike are beautiful and very complicated. So it's going to take some time to get that stuff made. So Frank Root, he's an engineer at Losi, he's very involved in a lot of the designs, has stated that there'll be a shipment in July, a shipment in September, and more coming the fall and winter. The bikes that were ordered at the end of the pre-order, at the end of June, have not been made yet. Fact. Another thing that Frank said was that the indication that if you ordered in the pre-order, you'd get it in July, was removed from the website. So I ordered on the 27th, and if you go back to the Wayback Machine, which is a way to look at websites as how they used to look like, you can see here that at the top of the site, it says that the next shipment is expected in July, which I get it is still kind of technically correct. At the time, they were expecting the next shipment in July.
Bureaucrat Conrad, you are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
But according to Frank's statement, on the first day of the pre-orders, on the 22nd, they knew that they weren't going to have stock to cover that. So when I ordered this bike on the 27th, and I saw the website looking exactly like this, saying that the next shipment was expected in July, I honestly thought that I was getting in line to get a bike in July. So not trying to call anybody out or anything, but that's what I saw when I ordered. That's why I originally thought I was going to get one in July. And so that's another fact. So let's move on to what's really fun, speculation. So I've got no insider knowledge. I am just taking all the facts that exist, reading between the lines, trying to formulate speculation just because I think it's kind of fun to see if you can guess and see if you can guess right. And I think that this is really what Losi should be doing. They should be They should be out there telling people when they actually think they're going to get them. Like I saw this the other day. Like, Losi, why are you doing this? Like, you have no idea when this guy ordered. Like, he might have ordered yesterday. There's no way he's even gonna hope to get one next week. Like, he's looking at next year. So I would stop doing this. And it seems like Frank kind of feels the same way, because underneath that comment, he's like, hey guys, we're fall and winter, maybe, hopefully, like, stop saying they're gonna start shipping, because they're not. Anyway, so I just threw together this graph. So again, no idea what it actually is. It's probably not 1,000. It's probably more than 1,000. It's probably not 100,000. I mean, maybe it is, but I don't think so. But the numbers here are kind of irrelevant. You could just chop off the zeros and talk about 10. What's important here is kind of the ratios of it. So here's kind of my best case scenario guess. So over the 9 days of the pre-order, just having about 1,100 bikes ordered each day. Obviously, I'm not taking into account color. So maybe if a ton of blue ones were ordered, you might get your red one first. If a ton of green ones were ordered, you might get one of the blue or red ones first. Actually, I just realized that these are the colors here. Nothing to do with that, but this is just a rough guess, assuming that all bikes' colors were ordered equally, which of course they never are, but just a guess here. So again, expected pre-orders, 2,000. So they ordered 5 times, actual orders were 5 times bigger. So let's say they expected 2,000, they actually got 10,000, and we know for sure from facts that they're getting a shipment in July, a shipment in September, and there's some number of bikes that aren't even built yet, that haven't been built or shipped or anything. So in my head, this is kind of a best case scenario. So if you're sitting inside a Losi at a meeting and you say, how many bikes are we going to order? Say, well, we're expecting a pre-order of 2,000, so let's order 6,000, because that'll cover the pre-order. It'll get stuff on the shelves, and we'll have more to sell. And then we'll back that up with another shipment of 3,000 in September. And again, according to the facts, they haven't built enough, so then you have this some number at the end that aren't built. So with my speculation, best case scenario is the shipment of 6,000 comes in roughly now, and fills all these orders through these days, kind of gets into the day I ordered. And so maybe, possibly, stars align, best case scenario, maybe my bike will ship. Probably not, but maybe it will. So again, this is kind of my rose colored glasses looking at it. That's best case scenario guess. So if I got a best case scenario, I got a worst case scenario. So again, same numbers. They expected 2,000. They actually got 10,000. Some number are shipping in July. Some number are shipping in September. Some haven't been built yet. So last time I was, again, rose-colored glasses. This time I'm saying they only built 2X for the pre-order, and then they ordered another 1X on the September shipment. So also in this, I kind of gave it a pre-order curve. A lot of times with pre-orders, you get a big bump at the start when the hype train is going and the YouTube videos are coming out. Then it kind of falls off. And then on the last day or two of the pre-order, you get another spike of orders. So this is my kind of worst case scenario. So in this scenario, they're not even going to have enough to cover the first 3 days of the pre-order with the shipment that's coming in now. And then the second shipment that's going to come in is going to fill the rest of these orders and kind of get out into a few halfway through the pre-order period. And the bikes ordered back here haven't even been built yet. So I'm assuming it's not all the way good news, and it's probably not all the way bad news. The truth is probably somewhere in between. And it's interesting for me personally because, again, I ordered on the 27th. So somewhere between here and here is the truth. So if I had to bet, if I was in Las Vegas and I was making odds, like, where would I put my over-under date on when I'm going to get my bike ordered on the 27th? And I am going to be a little bit of a realist, maybe some might say a pessimist, and I would put that date on Thanksgiving. That's kind of my date where if everything goes good, maybe I'll get it before, but I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be after that. So what do you think? Did you pre-order a bike? When are you expecting it? Did you order a local hobby shop? You know, sometimes Horizon ships stuff weird, and local hobby shops get their product before people that order the website did. So maybe if you ordered in a hobby shop, maybe you're gonna luck out and get it early. Who knows? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any more details. When this July shipment comes in and people start posting on the Facebook groups their order date and when they ordered and when they're gonna get it, I think this will get a lot clearer. But this is just my speculation for now. So have a good day. Bye.